now to the corruption trial of former Virginia Governor Bob McDonnell and his wife Maureen. Today it enters its final phase. The jury expected to begin deliberations this morning in Richmond, with the McDonnells being accused of accepting more than $165,000 in loans and gifts from former Star Scientific CEO Johnny Williams in exchange for promoting his company. To help set the stage, I'm joined now by criminal defense attorney Gary Gerstenfield. Let's take a look at this case. We're now 5 weeks into the trial. How long do you expect this part of the process now to take?
Well, now, of course, we're at the critical point now where the case has gone to the jury. So now the jury gets to decide at this point whether ultimately they're going to find him guilty or not guilty.
When you look at the case presented by both sides, what do you feel like is going to end up tipping the scales in this one?
Well, when you take away all the salacious aspects, the marital problems, the questions of possible infidelity, Johnny Williams' relationship with Mrs. McDonnell, all that stuff, which is very interesting and salacious and exciting to watch, the bottom line is what this case really is: quid pro quo. When you have corruption, the quid is, hey, I got money. Quo is, I did something for it. So from the defense side, where's the quo? What did they do? From the prosecutor side, of course, is $170,000. They got $170,000. What did they do with it? They took $170,000. The government's going to say, that's terrible. And the defense is going to say, they're friends. And remember, in Virginia, up until this point, there was no limit as to how much money a government official, elected government official, could take. So in the case when the governor took $170,000, there was no direct prohibition against that.
And again, the prosecution essentially argued that the defense was to divert the blame to Maureen. How strong of a defense do you feel like the governor, or the former governor, ended up presenting?
I think overall pretty good. I think when you look overall at what they were trying to achieve, what they're trying to show is a dysfunctional marriage, which clearly I think they were able to establish. Again, that gets into the salacious aspects of their marriage and the kind of problems they had. I think it was effective because I think overall I think the jury probably has bought it. I think the jury believes that is true.
So having said that, when all is said and done, how do you see this ending unfolding?
The standard proof in a criminal case is always beyond a reasonable doubt, okay? So again, it's simple math. You have to have quid and you have to have quo. We have got a lot of quids, $170,000. No one's going to deny that. Quo, what did they get? Remember, the defense has been constituent service. A few phone calls, a couple of, hey, go look at this product, see if it's any good, but no contracts, no bids, and ultimately, of course, no money. How ultimately things are going to work out? I think my prediction is not guilty.
And you believe we should find out here relatively soon?
I think well, that's something you never know with juries. I mean, I've had a case where it went 5 days and I thought it would be 2 hours. So that's an unknown answer. We'll have to watch and see. And of course, we have to watch and see what the jury comes back with questions, which often gives you an insight as to where the jury's going with a case, because they'll come in with questions and we'll be following that and seeing exactly what those questions are, and that'll give us an insight of how close they are to coming up with a verdict or what issues they're having.
We will be following it as well. In fact, we have crews at the courthouse. We'll have coverage throughout this day and tweet the verdict the second we learn it. Mike and Andrea.
All right.